What is going on, my Atomic Auto Work friends? So today we are talking about the stretch of material, which way it stretches, and all the different things you should know that will hopefully help you out. And what we're going to do is I'm going to walk you through. We're going to go through the set of seats that we're patterning. I'm going to kind of show you an example of how the stretch works, so it kind of makes a little bit more sense. It's a really important part of upholstery. A lot of people will randomly go through sewing and patterning and never take into consideration the stretch of the material, which is crazy because the only way for you to make a consistent product is to have the stretch in the same consistent fashion. Which also brings us to, sometimes we'll be doing a set of we're going to be doing a low back bucket seat today. Sometimes when you do those, we'll switch different materials and it's totally different. We just had Bill was doing a set of seats and he went and put our vintage material on, and even the vintage material in different colors acts a different way, which is crazy. So it doesn't stretch, it doesn't pull. It's a really tough material. This material is actually really nice, and that's one of the reasons why I'm showing you, because it has a great stretch. So when we roll out our roll of material here, this one is 54, and then you go 36 per yard linear as you roll it out. What you do is you'll take your material and you're going to stretch it. So if I pull it left to right, this material stretches. If I pull it front to back, it barely stretches. It's really tough. So that means the stretch is this way. So now when we take our patterns, our old school wood patterns here, you can see we have it marked, stretch left to right. That means we want the material stretched left to right. So we're going to put this down left to right this way on it. And it sucks because sometimes you can get way better yield if you do this or you do this or you do that. But for our seats that we're doing now, we need the stretch to be that way. And I'm going to show you how later when we are installing one. So what I have here is a complete backrest. This is the back of the backrest. This is the two extensions for the front of the backrest, which we're going to put on now. And here is the backrest sewn. This part is the face of it. Obviously, it has the diamonds on it. A 1/2-inch sew foam on here. Put our welt, but we want to put our welt smooth part, and I'm going to show you. Let me just sew this up first. I like to put these extensions on here first. With this piece here, this is our back piece, and as I showed you before with the template, the stretch is this way. The reason we want that is because when we put these seats on, which you'll see afterwards, we want to be able to stretch the cover around the back of the rounded seat. So now we want to put our welt on, but because we're going on a thin piece of material with no backing, and we're going to have a big long area that has a stretch on it, we're going to put our welting onto this piece. If we were to put this piece first and then sew this piece on it, it makes it harder to align all your alignment points on there because this material is going to stretch so much. And when I say so much, you could literally, without pulling it, come around a corner and stretch it an inch in spots. It's a very stretchy material. Well, when you're going with the stretch. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this welting on here. We'll sew this around, and that's going to stop it from stretching. I like to kind of usually wind the bobbins as I'm going so that we always have a full one in the color that we need. All right, so now that we have the welting sewn on, instead of we could just take it, stretch this. You see, okay, so here's my two thumbs, right? I'm just going to pull. You see how far you can stretch that? So then, now you have your welt on here, you can't stretch it, which is great. All right, so now we have the material face to face. I'm just going to sew this on. And what's nice when you sew the welt to the material, the unbacked material, well, any material, you get to see the stitching. So now when you're coming around, you can just follow your stitching and make sure your welt's nice and tight on the piece. You do have to be careful, like I noticed with these, because we have these two, the beginning of these two materials, they actually both stretch. So you just want to make sure your alignment points line up when you're doing this, because as you're going, you can see the material gets caught on the table and it's stretching. So I just want to make sure it doesn't stretch around this corner. Once we get on the thicker material here with the back material, we won't have a problem. I keep like relaxing the material so it doesn't get all stretched up on me. Make sure our alignment points line up. That's the only hard part on here. And stretch, because this material is back and this one has the welt, they're going to pretty much stay really consistent and stretch. Go around. You really don't want to stretch your material anyways when you are sewing it. You know, if your alignment are off that much that you have to pull it, you're going to get wrinkles and it's just not going to look good. So you want to make sure everything with no pressure, no pulling, everything just lines up. You can see here everything lines up really nice. And there you have it. That was put in the welt on. So just the changes every time you, like with every different material you use. If you use leather, leather stretches in every direction. So even when you pattern, you have to keep in mind when you're patterning what material you're going to be using. With our seats, it's tough because we have one pattern for all of them. So if we switch to leather, we switch to vinyl, we switch to cloth, everything stretches in a different fashion. You might take a stretchy leather and use this exact pattern, and when you put it on, it's going to be baggy because it stretches so much. You also could take like a vinyl, like our vintage, that doesn't stretch, and when you put that on, it's a bear to get it on, even when you have the stretches right, because the material still doesn't want to stretch. Just putting this cover on, and I'm going to show you how our stretches work and why we did what we did. If you recall, the stretch of this back piece was left to right. The reason we want to do that is we want to pull this all the way around. So I'm going to make sure my material is down and relax. I am going to turn this inside out, which usually on upholstery you keep it inside out and fold it right side in. But with these seats, we actually do it like this. So now we're going to pull this. So when we pull this, we're stretching this side here, and we're also stretching this piece here. And if you remember, this one here, the stretch goes front to back as well. So now that helps us bring this corner all the way around and pull tight and down. And we can just put a few staples in there. Okay, so now we're just gonna do the same thing. We're gonna take this piece, bring it over here, stretch it nice, make sure our welt's where we want it, which I actually want it a little bit on the inside because we're gonna pull the outside afterwards. So now you can see, by doing that, it stretches this way. If we were to make the stretch this way instead of this way, when we try to pull this around, this material would be so tight, it'd be really hard to get it over this front edge. The same thing with our inner pieces. If we did the stretch top to bottom, it would be so tight that this just isn't gonna stretch and it's not gonna pull over and it wouldn't look good. So we hope that this helps. I hope this helps with the stretch, and we're gonna be going over different materials with different stretches in future videos. If you have any questions, just go ahead and comment in the bottom, and thanks for watching.